Hello, you guys. This is Josh Vision, and I'm here to give you my Merlin Season 1, Episode 3 review. So, in this episode, you guys, there's a big plague slash disease basically rampaging its way through the kingdom of Camelot. And basically, this is all due to this beautiful, at first, you would think, innocent soul, but turns out this is the most evil, vindictive, like the definition of don't judge a book by its cover kind of itch of a woman who's basically, put this disease slash plague into the water well of the kingdom of Camelot. Now, in the beginning of the episode, we see her basically forming some type of monster, but we don't know if it's made out of clay or whatever, but she's forming it. She puts it in this little case slash egg or whatever. And like I mentioned before, it basically she puts it into the wells, of Camelot. So this is killing anyone who drinks, water, basically, from the wells of the town. It's like an epidemic, like I mentioned earlier. So obviously, this is a problem. So Uther basically assigns Gaius to try to find, the scientific method of what's really causing this, while him well, not really him, but his son, Prince Arthur, and the rest of the knights and soldiers of Camelot try to find their own way, of finding the source to the problem. So Gaius and Merlin are basically able to deduce that this is not any like this is not random. This isn't a natural occurrence. That this is definitely have to do, this definitely has to do with magic, slash witchcraft. And as we know with King Uther, he has a paranoia, fear, and great aversion towards anything magic. So he's getting really he's getting really in his head, getting like scared and all this crap, trying to think of like like what can he do. I believe he's blocking off parts of Camelot, to keep the disease at bay, basically. I believe later in the episode, Gwen's father becomes one of those victims, and he's basically walking on death's door. And since Gwen and Merlin are such great friends, Merlin believes he can use magic to save Gwyneth. Gwen's life, basically. You know what I mean? Well, Gwen's father's life. And Gaius, as we know, Gaius is very wise. And Gaius is like, listen, what's the point of you saving one person's life if that can turn out to bite you? Because as we've seen from Merlin, at least the first few episodes of the series, Merlin is smart. He is intelligent, but at the same time, he's very rash. And when he does things rash, he tends to royally F up. So in this episode, it's really no different, honestly. He does, he is able to heal Gwen's father, but the orb he used to heal, Gwen's father is like left underneath his pillow. So when Gwen's father is, healed, everyone's kind of shocked because they saw this dude. He looked like he was walking on death's door. Now the next day he's fine, while everybody else in the town, was dying basically, or who was also, walking on death's door. So it's like, what the freak, happened here? So they're logically trying to figure out a reason, like, how did this happen and whatnot. So Prince Arthur goes to Gwen's house and finds this orb, and it's a magical orb. So they deduce that Gwen had something to do. Well, Uther deduces that Gwen has something to do with her father mysteriously, getting healed from, this epidemic disease. And obviously Gwen had nothing to do with it. It was Merlin's F up, and she's trying to proclaim innocence. And Arthur agrees, well, at least he agrees to the extent that it wasn't for evil intent. He doesn't believe that she's responsible for the plague. He doesn't necessarily think that she's innocent of using magic, but he thinks that she did it with good intentions for her father. That whoever is, like someone else is behind the plague. And the same thing, I believe, the other one, Meg, I believe. Crap, is that her name? God. Well, Arthur's in his father's ward, Oh, Morgana. She's basically with Arthur, I believe, in the same boat. But like I said before, we know how Uther is when it comes to magic. He hates anyone that does magic. He don't give a crap if it's male or female. He don't care. So he imprisons her and basically sentences her, to die. So when Merlin hears this, he's like in his feelings. He's really hurt. And guys, once again, be like, yo, you dummy. I told you not to do reckless crap. You never listen. You never do. Like, seriously. Why'd your ad so hard? So we have this heart-to-heart scene between Merlin and Gwen, in the cell, and she kind of asks Merlin to take care of her father, after she's like burned at the stake, and Merlin promises her that, and Morgana, that he will find a way to save Gwen. So Gaius and Merlin go into the well, and they're able to collect a sample, through the water, and they figure out that the magical, like the kind of creature that's really screwing up the water well, I believe is a Evank or something along them lines. And they need, like, they can destroy it, but Merlin's gonna need some help to do it. So he tries to find. He goes down to the dragon lair, like the bottom of the castle, and the dragon says, "Listen, you and Arthur are basically two sides of the same coin. Like I've been telling you, for the past few months or so. Y'all need to do this together." So in order for him to get Arthur to do it, he uses Morgana, kind of as like this, like the meteor. What's the word? The mediary or something. All right, let's just say the middleman or middle woman in this case, right? So she's able to convince Arthur to go into the water well, basically with Merlin, but she decides to join in, despite both Arthur and Merlin's protests against her being a part of it. So they go in and they confront this ugly Evank creature, and Arthur and this creature are going one-on-one. Arthur's putting up one hell of a fight, but the Evank is winning. And while Arthur and the guy and the creature are like kind of distracted, Merlin does some type of magic spell that sets Arthur's sword on fire, which allows Arthur to, Arthur takes advantage of and slices the Evank to pieces, thusly killing the Evank, I believe, and everyone in town is basically healed from that epidemic disease. So Gwen is freed, and it seems like it's all happy sailings from here. But we see that beautiful, youthful, was like warlock. She's pissed off, but we see that she set her eyes basically, like her goal is to figure out who screwed up her plans of trying to take over, or at least destroy Camelot. And I can't wait to see the next episode. If I missed anything, you guys, write some comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Adios.